Hi folks, in this video we're going to look at the pyramid. So I'd go ahead, get your notes out, write the title of the pyramid up at the top, and then let's go ahead and get started. We're going to look at, this year, two different types of pyramids, one of which has a base that's a square, and the other of which has a base that's a rectangle. So I'm going to start by drawing a little picture, and I think these are a little tougher to draw than some of the other figures that we've drawn. But if I can do it, I have faith that you can do it because I don't draw so well. So there's what's going to become my square base. There's the top of my pyramid. Perfect. So my square base maybe measures, say, 5 inches by 5 inches. And the height of my pyramid is going to start up here at the tippy top and go right down to the middle or center of that base. And if I want to find the volume of a pyramid, the formula that I'm going to use to do that is 1/3 times the area of that square base times the height of the prism. And I'm going to, in this formula, just as you've seen done before, represent area of the base with a capital B. So that becomes 1/3 times capital B times H. If my prism is a rectangle, not a whole lot changes. The only thing that really changes is instead of the base being a square, the base is now a rectangle. And maybe my rectangle measures 8 feet by 6 feet. And the height, again, is still that distance from the top of my pyramid down to the middle of my base. And the good thing to know is that the formula for the volume of that rectangular pyramid is still 1/3 times the area of that rectangular base times the height, or 1/3 times capital B times H. So it doesn't matter whether your base is a square or a rectangle, we're always going to find the volume by multiplying 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. Beautiful. So let's take a look at how we might use this in a couple different examples. I'm going to call this first one example 1. I'm going to say in this first example that base is a square. My square still has sides of 5 inches. And let's make the height 12 inches. So when we're working with the pyramid, the formula is 1/3 times the area of, in this case, that square base times the height, or 1/3 times uppercase B times H. So the first thing that I'm going to do is find the area of that square. So the area of the square, remember, is length times width, or side times side, however you want to think about it. 5 times 5, making the area of the square base 25 square inches. So when I go back up here to substitute into my formula, I've got volume is equal to 1/3. The area of the base, or capital B, is now 25. And the height of my pyramid is 12. I'm going to go ahead now and get my calculator out, and you should too. And in my calculator, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to multiply the 1/3 times the 25 times the 12. So I find that the volume of that pyramid is exactly 100 cubic units, or in this case, 100 cubic inches. Beautiful. That wasn't so hard. Let's go ahead and let's look at an example of another one. In this one, they're not going to give us a picture, but rather they're going to put everything in words. They're going to tell us that a regular pyramid has a square base with sides of 10 meters and a height of 15 meters. And they want us to find the volume. So I'm going to draw a picture just because I'm a visual person and I like to think about how this looks. So my square base, there's the top of my pyramid, there are the sides of my pyramid. Beautiful, so that's not hard. And this square base has sides that are 10 meters. And the height is 15 meters. So the formula that I'm going to use to find the volume of this pyramid is volume is equal to 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. Or in other words, volume is equal to 1/3 times capital B times H. Now my base is a square, remember. So again, to find the area of that square, I'm either going to do length times width or side times side. However you look at it, the area of that base comes out to be 100 square meters. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to substitute into the formula. In place of the capital B, I'm going to replace that with 100. And the height of the pyramid from my picture or from the words that were given to me is 15. And once again, I'm going to now go ahead, get my calculator out, and into my calculator I'm going to type 1/3 times 100 times 15. So the volume of my pyramid is 500 cubic meters. Or 500 meters cubed. Remember that if you feel that I'm going too quickly, you can always pause me or stop the video to catch up. And then once you've gotten caught up, just play the video again. All right, for this video, we've got just one more example. This one too, I'm going to turn into kind of a word problem. So in this example, I'm going to say a pyramid has a rectangular base that measures 10 feet by 12 feet. And a height that's equal to 15 feet. And they want us to, of course, find the volume. So you don't have to, but I like to, again, have a visual picture of exactly what this thing looks like. So I'm going to start by drawing a little offset rectangle. And this rectangular pyramid has a height of 15 feet. So just like the first two examples that we did, the formula that we're going to use to find the volume is volume is equal to 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. Or in other words, volume is equal to 1/3 times big B times H. So my base in this example, remember, is that rectangular or that rectangle. So to find its area, I'm going to multiply the length times the width. And when I do that, I find that the area of that rectangular base is 120 square feet. And now that I know the area of the base, I can come substitute that into my formula. So into the formula for capital B, I'm going to do 120. And the height, remember, of my prism, either I can get from my picture or back in the word problem, is 15 feet. And once again, I'm going to go dig my calculator out. And this time into my calculator, I'm going to type 1/3 times 120 times 15. So 600 cubic feet. Or volume is equal to 600 cubic feet. All right, so once again, you've got some practice problems to try on Castle Learning. The name of this assignment is 10.8, and it's called Pyramids. And again, if you have questions about the video, you can always email either myself or Miss Andre. You can check into office hours on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays by going to the Teams app. We would love to see you or hear from you. Even if you don't have questions, maybe just say hi and let us know how you're doing. Hope that you're doing well, that your family is safe and healthy, and that you're staying in good spirits. Till the next time, I'm out of here.